Hi everyone, welcome to Module 5, the fifth and final module of the Red 311 Reading to Learn course. I imagine you're pretty excited to hear that, and you should be. You all have worked very hard the last several weeks, and I know that you are feeling the relief of being at the end of the marathon. To that end, there's not a whole lot of new work for you to engage with this week. There are really four tasks that I'm going to have you work on. The first is to generate the draft of Lit Circle Lessons 5 and 6. The second task is that you'll be facilitating your Literacy Block 2 lesson on Thursday with Tim Indahl. The third is that I need you to revise your Words Their Way targeted instruction lesson. And the fourth is something called Fry's readability task. And the roadmap provides pretty detailed directions on each one of those tasks. So I'll just direct you to that in terms of getting guidance on what's due, when it's due, and any other details to that end. One thing I did want to just take a minute to comment on. A number of you in your closing reflections this week have commented on the fact that the Lit Circle lessons were a little bit bumpier than you anticipated. And that's not terribly uncommon, especially when you're working with a new group of students, and then furthermore, toward the end of a school year, that can be even more of a challenge. One thing I just wanted to offer as kind of a nugget of wisdom is that if you're really struggling with them, lots of behavior issues, one of the best things you can do is to take a step back and really work to try and build a sense of relationship with them before you ask them to do an academic task or follow some rules that you have that may seem arbitrary and unrelated to them. So if you can make a connection between your life and the book and bring in some artifact and share that, and then maybe invite them to do something similar or tell about something in their life that connects to the book, the more you can work to build relationship with them, the better the likelihood that they're going to feel a sense of connection to the group and to the book that you're reading. And then there are the logistical things too. If you can tell that the place that you're seated just isn't conducive to student learning, advocate whoever you need to talk to, whether that's Tim or one of the classroom teachers, Anna or Kara, or whomever it is. Make sure that you communicate with them to see what you can do to kind of provide an ideal setting for that learning to take place. When we facilitated Lit Circles a number of years ago when I was there in person, we actually just spread out. People would take their Lit Circle and walk down to the end of the hall and sit by the window and do the Lit Circle there. Just tried to find places that it wasn't so loud so that kids were a little bit less distracted. But I think the big thing is just building relationship. Before you ask them to engage in something that they may not feel connected to, try and build a sense of connection between you and the group and the students in the group. And that tends to lend itself toward more positive learning experience. So I thought I would offer that. I don't think there's any other big news. I will have bagels and muffins catered for you Thursday afternoon, or late morning, early afternoon, as you're facilitating those lessons. That's something I would do if I were there in person, so I thought, why not do it since you'll be there in person. So at any rate, that will be there for you. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. I think that's it. I will rely on email communication from you this week. I will work to get feedback to you on this past week's assignments by probably mid to late week. And then the last thing will be feedback coming to you next week. All right. Good luck with the fifth module. Best of luck to you with Lit Circle lessons. I really hope they go smooth this week. And I'll be anxious to talk to Tim and hear how things go on Thursday. All right. Take care. Enjoy the fifth module. And congratulations. You're almost at the end. Bye-bye.